Another day of dragging yourself through another soul-crushing day at work or school. Your boss asked you to stay late to finish that report that could have just been done by a simple email. Or maybe your teacher assigned homework in every subject because apparently they all had a secret meeting about ruining everybody's evening for that class. You finally get home, and what's waiting for you? A sink full of dishes that have somehow multiplied since morning. Laundry that's developed its own damn ecosystem. And if you have pets or kids, there's probably something somewhere that needs to have cleaning up, and you'd rather not think about that at the moment. By the time you've handled all that, you've got what? Maybe 2 precious hours of gaming time before you need to go to sleep and do it all over. That's what most of us do. We try to maximize every second. Skip the cutscenes, look up the most optimal builds, rushing through the content. We've turned gaming into another job, another task to optimize and complete efficiently. This obsession with efficiency is actually robbing people of the very thing games were even designed to give us, which was just enjoyment. What if those 2 hours could feel like a genuine escape rather than just another checklist to power through? And that's where you stop gaming efficiently. With modern games designed with multiple systems that reward efficiency, daily quests, battle passes, and limited time events, all of these mechanics train us to optimize our gaming time. And there's literally nothing inherently wrong with that. The problem really begins when efficiency starts becoming the primary goal rather than enjoyment. I noticed this in myself when I realized I was spending more time researching more optimal builds for a game than actually just playing it itself. I was treating the game like a job that needed to be optimized rather than an experience to be enjoyed. It makes it to where we're constantly chasing the next reward rather than enjoying the present moment. We finish one quest immediately to move on to the next, complete one game immediately to just start another. And in that constant chase for completion and optimization, something important as enjoyment just gets lost in the process without us even noticing. I suddenly found myself that I was playing more games efficiently instead of just enjoying them. And there were some signs that I noticed in myself and even my other friends. First, you try to start just regularly skipping cutscenes and dialogue like it's just a normal thing, just because you never even bothered to look at it. You're just more concerned with getting back to the gameplay than really just experiencing the story in itself. And then you feel stressed about wasting time in these games. If you're not progressing towards some goal, you feel like you're doing something wrong. Look up guides before experiencing the content itself, rather than just discovering solutions for yourself. You want the most efficient path from the start. You rush through content to complete games in general, because your goal ends up adding it to your finished list rather than just saving the experience of it, which was its original purpose. You feel guilty when playing suboptimally. Even when you try to just relax and enjoy a game, there's a nagging voice that always says that you could always be doing better. If any of these sound familiar, you might be just gaming efficiently. So the thing is that the cost for this is that you miss the artistic and narrative elements that developers spent years creating. Games today are incredible works of art with stories that can be as compelling as any other film or novel. When we skip through these elements, we're missing a huge part of what makes a games special. Efficiency also reduces that immersion and emotional connection. When you're constantly thinking about optimization, you're not present in the game world. You're not allowing yourself to be swept away by the experience. Another cost that you actually get less gameplay for your money by rushing through content. You might finish a 40-hour game in 15 hours, then complain that there's nothing to do. Perhaps most importantly, efficiency converts play into work. Games are meant to be a form of play, an activity done for its own sake. When we focus too much on efficiency, we transform play into a job with metrics, goals, and stress. Finally, There's a diminished sense of discovery. Some of gaming's most magical moments come from those unexpected discoveries, not just from following some optimization guide. It's 100% possible to break free from this kind of efficiency mindset. You could try intentionally taking the scenic route or the long route in open world games. Follow a river to see where it leads instead of fast traveling. In RPGs, talk to every NPC instead of just the ones with quest markers. Second, you could set goals beyond completion. Instead of trying to finish a game, try to find the most beautiful vista or create the most interesting character build, even if it's not meta. Try playing without guides for the first few hours of any new game. Allow yourself the joy of discovery, even if it means making mistakes. Embrace those inefficient playstyles and challenges. Use weapons that are fun rather than optimal. Create your own challenges that really prioritize creativity over efficiency. Find games that reward exploration and over optimization. There are many games designed specifically to be experienced rather than conquered. Remember, efficiency has its place. There's nothing wrong with looking up a guide when you're stuck or optimizing your build for a particularly challenging boss. The problem comes when efficiency becomes the default, when we can't enjoy a game unless we're playing it efficiently. Pick a game that you love and try playing it inefficiently for 1 week. Take this long route, try the weird build, explore that cave that's probably empty, and talk to every NPC. You might even be surprised at how much more enjoyable games becomes when you stop trying to be so efficient at it. Like and subscribe if you don't want to lose those 2 hours of precious gaming time. Chansuni out. Peace.